We've lost contact with North America's 4th Air Force and their 8th Infantry Regiment. Are there any survivors from the 3rd Infantry Division and the 11th Regiment? Please respond. They're engaged in battle with the enemy's 18th Mechanized Battalion. They're requesting reinforcements. The 2nd and 4th Armored Divisions are in retreat. More than half of both divisions are reported to be dead or injured.
How long must we wait in the shadows? Why won't they launch the fighting thunders?
Emergency contact from the Army. Immediately carry out an attack by fighting thunder, assist the North American Army, and completely destroy the targeted weapons of destruction. Those are theirs.
It took a while, but finally we've received the attack order. We must reduce damage as much as possible.
Forwarding new information. Please confirm before beginning new mission. Do you hear me, Ryan? We're still surveying the enemy, so please head straight to the scene.
There doesn't appear to be many enemies coming to the suburbs, but you can't be negligent. Remember, shoot them before they shoot you. Max, I think that you're aware of it, but it's the first time to witness contamination of this level with these kinds of massive weapons. To be honest, I don't know what will happen, so be careful.
I'm sending you the information on the enemy. No contaminations from surface variants have been confirmed in the area. This would be aerial combat, so please act this stage. The 18th Mechanized Infantry are engaged in blocking the advancement of the enemy ships into metropolitan areas. It is unclear how long they can maintain the front line, so please hurry to the area. The speed of enemy destruction is fast. Neither the plane nor the pilot has been damaged by the combat. We will be entering the metropolitan area very soon. The enemy in that area are being mopped up by the 2nd and 4th Armored Division. Please quickly pass through it and aim for the other camp.
Hold on. This is too much for the defense corps to handle on their own. Descend and pursue the destruction of the target.
Captain, is that really necessary? The citizens have all been evacuated, and most of the enemy weapons have been destroyed.
That may be so, but I'm sure the retreating people will do it properly. It won't hurt to help out.
I'm getting a response by radar. Numerous enemies have crossed the defense lines and invaded the metropolitan area.
You heard it. Sorry, but I'm gonna have to ask you to respond appropriately on site.
And invaded the metropolitan area. Enemy aircraft is flying between the skyscrapers. Please be careful.
Be careful. Do you have any better advice for me?
I believe it's the captain's role to give advice. Don't you have any advice for me?
Make sure you don't hit the building.
battleships are approaching? There are vessels leaving from the ship.
But I gotta say, the mission was well accomplished.
Excellent job. I will check the measuring instruments, so please stand by at cruising speed.
Well, I'd like to relax over a coffee now, but it seems that's not possible. What's the report at Shirin?
We have received contact from the Middle East region. It appears to be a high crystal response within the vicinity of latitude 18 degrees north and longitude 22 degrees east. The same energy response to its transmission.
In other words, there's been another annoying contamination. Unfortunately, you'll have to refuse the invitation to tonight's party.
There's a town around the oasis ahead of us, but it appears that there has been much weapon response.
Their attacks seem perfectly efficient. Maybe there's some sort of unified strategy.
There are no SOS calls from the town. Will everyone able to evacuate?
All I know is that I have permission to attack them without hesitation.
Why are you always so passive? Is that because you're military men?
Well, I'm not sure myself. What do you think, Shirin? Or me?
You're so mean. Your destruction rate was excellent. I can't believe you did that with just one plane. Raid the valley and proceed without going over the cliff. Why have you chosen to raid them as if they're humans?
I won't jump to conclusions yet, but I sense that those crystals have advanced intelligence.
No way. Even if they had any, it could only be simple behavioral patterns like that of this creature.
Never lie on your words. Let's just be cautious for now.
Enemy response limited. Please maintain communication.
Enemies will start gathering soon. Gotta rush through.
Bad weather will head lower. Exercise caution because I can. Raiden is unscathed. It's perfect up to here. The data analysis from Raiden is complete. are these noises?
Hurry up and report.
There's crystal reaction from the cave, but no contamination has been detected from other than the crystals.
So it's a cave surrounded by crystals. Isn't that a promising cave for the future? Man, give me a break.
But to have contamination in the cave?
I guess the cave being the
deep inside.
Well, we'll have to ask it to come out and play.
The enemy is transforming and the energy level is increasing. This is extra good. Evacuate at once.
Excavating. I think we can assume now that they have intelligence. We'll join you after inspecting the cave, so stand by. Sorry for keeping you waiting. I'm heading towards the Wind shipping port. It's a private port that also actually carries out repairs and maintenance for these crews.
Bellwether will head there immediately, but please patrol and secure the surrounding space before heading towards the scene. Coming from the council.
It's been a long time, Captain Maxwell. Why is Bellwether heading toward Windsport?
Ah, Miss Helga Lindgren. The place is here from a woman who must be so busy working for the council.
Thanks for being so considerate. Although I'd be even happier if you didn't increase my workload. Why did you change the course of Bellwether? I'd also like an explanation for the SOS call to the port in the name of BCB.
Well, that's...
Captain, I've confirmed multiple contaminated weapons here at Windsport. What happened to this port?
Not good. Quickly mop up the port enemy's range. Yes,
Yes, you tell me all about it when you have time later.
Captain, you issued an SOS call to the port. Did you know that the enemy...
I came up with a hypothesis on retrieving the crystals of the cave, so I made the call just in case.
carry on with the mission. Emergency contact from the Showport Defense Base. It's undergoing mass attack of contaminated weapons. We're receiving requests for urgent relief.
I knew they'd be appearing there too. Hear that, Raiden? Fly northwest from there and you'll arrive in no time. Hurry! We're heading there too.
Seems like you missed quite a lot of enemies. I know you're tired from all the fighting, but please hurry ahead to Michelle Pit. Captain, you mentioned that you needed a...
Yeah. My hypothesis was unfortunately correct. I thought these crystals might be advanced life forms that could mutually communicate.
They look like jewels, but are actually intellectual.
You see, they were obviously mining those crystals in that cave for a certain reason. I assumed that by us taking away their crystals, they'd come back for revenge.
Well then, why don't you report to the Weapons Development Division and answer and ask for an analysis?
There will be years of meetings if you ask for help from scientists and politicians. Showing them the results is the quickest way.
Excuse me, but that remark is one that ignores civilian control. Your remark and conduct are worthy of a military tribunal.
Well, in that case, tell them you were forced by the captain.
Contaminated weapons. Below? It's coming out from the water. Its arms are open.
Anyways, I'm glad we've won. Can't leave the crystals like this. We better head to the French LHC, or else we'll be chased forever.
Do you hear me, Raiden? We're being forced by the captain to head towards France after withdrawing.
want to stand out too much on this mission. We will fly close above the sea and ground until we get close to the LHC.
I'm getting responses to contaminated weapons in the clan area. Writing, I needed to proceed and store them. We're getting close to Sidonia Falls, blending through the waterfall in the sun. I'm sorry for ruining your coffee time, Captain, but there is a transmission.
Oh, Madam Lindworm from the Council. I'm surprised you've already caught on.
It's not the Council. It's from the weapons department. I will connect you.
You forget that we're at war while you're carefree with your coffee. How about paying attention to your role as the captain of Bellwether, cutting-edge aircraft carrier?
I apologize for the word. Bellwether of the Weapons Development Division performed walking. It would really be helpful if you could improve the feel of the seat and coffee as well.
I could go on a walk with these precious aircraft.
I'm not obliged to inform you, technical officer.
You think I'm some kind of normal technical officer? Without me, Raiden and Bellwether wouldn't be around. This whole war with Earth just depends on me. I guess it's difficult for someone like you to judge people on ranks to understand.
Oh, my apologies. The transmissions will be temporarily shut off since the ship will be entering the pneumatic storm. I will contact you.
Lieutenant Campbell of the Weapons Development Division, huh? I knew the name, but didn't know how annoying it would be.
Enemy destruction speed is great. Please keep up the good work. We will be approaching LAT-30 very soon. I'm getting a contamination response in the area. Captain, multiple contaminated weapons are invading the LAT facility.
The Drawtron crystals? How did they get here before we did?
Respond to the enemy in the air, Bellwether. Annihilate the enemies that have invaded the LHC facility, right?
They've made quite an invasion, and they've done it in an organized formation. Do they have a commanding officer or something?
A commander among the crystals? It's pretty good.
I was speaking hypothetically, but there's no doubt that there must be some core that's giving orders.
More enemies are approaching the main facility.
Right. Protect the central facility. Sorry, but we're occupied here.
sorry for being a bad boss. I need you to help us take out the remaining enemies in the sky.
You've let too many enemies escape. I know it's a tough mission, but please hang in there. Now help us out of the sky.
This attack. They just keep appearing. Could it be that they understand war strategies?
A high-energy response is approaching the sky above the facility.
Don't let it near the LHC facility.
The enemy has arrived from the sky above the LHC. Please don't let them invade any further. The enemy has invaded into the LHC facility.
Fine. Pursue it and destroy it by any necessary means. Well done. That was close. You were able to finish it without destroying the LHC facility.
Emergency contact from the back. Surveillance is enforced sorting. Message from the second storage room. The crystals were snatched by something.
What?
The surveillance plane that stole crystals just now is heading towards the northeastern sea.
The objective is unclear, but recovery is top priority, so hurry and pursue it. Nothing will come by carrying away the crystals. It must have been planted since they penetrated the bellwether and carried them away, right?
A transmission from an unregistered identification code. Captain, how should I proceed?
Cut into the DCP military box. It may not be unrelated to this matter, no? Why don't you connect to them?
I'm honored that some part of mankind has chased us this far. This is Valvarosa Hawk. You've heard of it.
The Pirate Barbarossa was the one who stole the crystal.
I heard that attacking the army was a hobby of yours, but I never knew you were a thief. Are you having trouble making money?
An incompetent master who can't even take care of contaminated weapons is going to treat me like a thief? Just remember that I'm going to tell you to fellow.
Oh. Money for those crystals.
You're way too much information. You sound pretty innocent, but I guess I shouldn't underestimate you. I'm in a contract and can't say much, so let's just put it this way. The more disputes, the merrier.
You're involved in the crystals. You've been attacking the army for the last few years, but now you're doing crystals?
I don't know. I don't understand what a pirate would be thinking. Here's this list.
for eliminating the enemy. Please keep it up. Another external transmission. It's from the Weapons Development Division.
It appears that the crystals have been taken by someone. This is an inexcusable mistake, Captain.
We're sharp ears as usual. We're doing all we can to recover them. They're hard to regain. Consider the future leaves of crystal deepness.
Sink? There's no way that can be allowed. Those are valuable. More important, Bellwether's mission is not to play tag with bandits. We should leave the recovery mission to others. Prepare for battle with contaminated weapons.
Unfortunately, we don't turn the other cheek. Don't listen to the rumors, Captain, and please return to your important research task. The people doing the desk work are so careful. No, we're not.
Thunder on the heart.
We public officials are gentle on citizens, but it's the VCD's policy to be tough on those who fail to pay their taxes.
I'm also not citizens, but hate soldiers. I'm seriously pathetic. BH wouldn't be famous if it ended with this.
It is getting far, is that alright? Riding will be in danger too if you overlook pirates.
We're ready. Be it the cherished treasure of mankind or whatever. You come at me, and sorry, but we're going to destroy you.
It's like the strength of an army. The army won't be able to compete.
This isn't the time to be rude. Not the contaminated weapons. It will also have to be seriously engaged.
Absorbing the power leakage. The potential to circle high-power weapons is high. Enemy formations change. The energy level is increasing.
Sorry, but it's not over. There's still something else coming up. Morons said you wouldn't contaminate. Look at this! I suspected something the moment I heard that obnoxious name shift.
The enemy battleship and Doki's weapons have been completely screwed.
You know, I would like to talk to you about various things. When you come to our ship, about us.
You'll abide by the proper etiquette if you're going to run.
What? You're a lady, Barbarossa?
facility that was supposed to close by the weapons development division. This is becoming a nuisance.
I've told you many times that I was only hired and don't know the details. But I did do my research. Stuff like that is important.
But I can't believe that it's a weapons development facility that was supposed to be shut down.
There's no time for this. It seems they're ready for battle.
Your response to the enemies is wonderful. This performance is remarkable given that finding a state-of-the-art weapon. An incoming transmission from inside the enemy facility.
What is it? There are no contaminated weapons around this area.
Why are you here, Lieutenant?
What are you doing in a facility that should have been torn down? This is different from the official record, isn't it?
It was necessary to avoid the eyes of the Goodness and the Council. There are a bunch of imbeciles who don't understand the importance of crystal energies.
You are breaking them onto the agreement, right?
That agreement is ridiculous. The weapons division has actually already been successful. What do you think provides the energy for fighting Thunder and Velvet?
That's an intriguing idea.
We needed it from our bondage to the Council. SHIP is an organization formed by scientists for the same. You guys on the front lines know well what it would be like if Raiden weren't here during the battle with the crystals, right?
It would have been tough for sure. The pirate ship hired by the captain has also been contaminated. Crystals aren't something we do like. They're too dangerous.
I thought that the armies would be more useful, but you're being rash as I imagine.
I'll send you the escape routes from within the facility. It's just that the analysis is outdated, so please ascertain the onset routes in accordance with the situation. Everything that Lieutenant Campbell has said can be wrong, so it's possible.
Let's prioritize the performance of duties now, rather than being frustrated.
Redding is currently entering the underground cargo transport route in the city.
You should be able to lead if you advance that way. Continue calm.
That you guys will be escaping from the cargo route. We have the opportunity, so we might as well use the capabilities of the latest weapons we developed.
Be careful, Ryan. Lieutenant Campbell does have first-tier ability as a scientist.
It appears that he has a gigantic He's exercising. First earthquake? The number has increased.
It appears that the number has increased. You need to calm down.
All the weapons have been destroyed. It was definitely wrong.
This is an internal squabble, and I'd like to make the last one of that.
What will happen to Captain Campbell?
That's something that comes with age. Let's just focus on the battle that awaits us.
the strange space center after passing through the tunnels.
Go ahead, Ryan. Watch out for contaminated weapons.
You seem to have safely entered the forest.
I know that it's a secret mission. Can you tell me the target already? I'm just not used to carrying out a mission without knowing the outcomes.
Alright. I told you that we were able to retrieve a lot of information from the ship facility that you guys destroyed, right? Well, it seems that any information stored in an individual crystal gets collectively shared by all the other crystals.
Is that really possible?
I've heard that even among terrestrial life forms, the individual remains a melee to hunt. The same method of hunting was suddenly acquired by other individuals all around the world. This may be like the collective unconscious that young talked about.
It's hard for me to understand these little things. So can you explain it more in layman's terms?
Simply said, the information that comes into contact with crystals is being leaked to all understanding weapons.
I see. So to make things unclear as possible is work.
That's correct.
Remember, the crystals can share any information among each other, so you can't let them escape. You've got to do better.
Alright. Can you possibly tell us the reason for aiming for these strange space limits?
Well, I'm sorry about this sudden topic, but we'll have to go to outer space.
I see. Excuse me, what did you just say?
I will officially relay the council mission. Both Bellwether and Fighting Thunder will head toward the planet where the crystals exist and destroy the source of the crystals flying into the Earth. That's it.
What is that utterly reckless fashion?
Don't worry. Bellwether and Biden were both created to be active in outer space. You learned that during the training, right?
That's not the problem. The sudden mission?
This is the official mission to us from the Council, right?
Yes. I'm sorry, Max, about asking you to do this reckless mission. It is the kind of resignation in disguise.
That's all right. We are soldiers. You tell us to go somewhere, and whether it is the end of the universe or otherwise, we will accomplish the mission.
Thanks, Max.
approaching the acceleration limit momentarily. Please hurry back to Bellwether. Hurry, Raiden. Break away. In 3, 2, 1. I know it's a breakaway mission. I would have liked it if you had destroyed it with. I'm calculating the coordinates. Since it was a breakaway to avoid an enemy attack,
What can you do? Head toward the destination point while watching out for the cosmic garbage?
why do we need weapons in this area?
The equipment for removing the cosmic garbage appears to have been contaminated by crystals. Before we can realize it, contamination has spread outside of Earth.
I realize that it's really tough with the contaminated weapons, but there's not much time until the warp device will be activated. Please hurry toward the destination.
Is the warp device the Alcubierre drive that was successfully experimented with around 3 years ago, right? Creates space-time foam based on the contraction extension of space.
The device will be used on the enemy planet. Hurry up, we can't be late.
Numerous contamination responses have been detected among the debris of the island. Please be careful. We are leaving from the colony area and will be arriving at the destination shortly. Contaminated weapons response at 9 o'clock. What? That's way too big.
I know this one. It's Angle, the space debris retrieval column. This is the Stand firm to the end, right? Got it?
His the contamination response is
Gosh. We can say we are fortunate and that they have been destroyed before they were attacked.
Raiden and Bellwether are heading for the destination.
We will somehow be able to make it according to schedule.
Bellwether has returned to cruising speed. Raiden fighters have been deployed.
So it begins. If we lose this battle, we lose all of BCD's main force. If that were not the case, if all the crystals lie dormant simultaneously,
We'll begin our descent onto the mother planet. Numerous contaminated weapons confirmed in satellite images. Proceed with caution.
however, there's no time to make a deal. Just wipe out any enemy forces that obscure our path as we descend. What an advanced civilization. But could it be that it's the planet itself that is contaminated? This must mean that what we had thought was their motherland was in fact an already contaminated planet.
Is this the future of Earth? Is life on this planet?
We're here to prevent that from happening. Destroy the evidence.
Yes, sir. Wait, what is this? There's something odd. It appears to be a planet which once esteemed life. The atmosphere seems to consist almost completely of carbon dioxide with some nitrogen.
Do you really think this is the appropriate time for a science class?
My apologies, but I feel that I've seen this atmospheric composition ratio. Captain, I'm reading an ultra-high energy signal deep beneath the surface. It's unlike anything we've found across the field. There's a high probability that this is
There must be a planet. Extend the range of our radar and search the surface for leaking energy.
understood. In the area ahead, there is a position of energy leaking from the ground. I will deploy all riding parties to that location.
Well done. Did you hear that, Ryan? Looks like we'll have to head underground and set course to the objective point immediately.
Riding has made a successful incursion.
Alright. Render the ride provided for Bellwood. Yeah. If weak, it's advantageous to fight separately. Gather around the bellwether and lend each other support.
CO2 at 95.32%, NGO 2.7%, argon at 1.6%, oxygen at 0.1%.
Syria, focus on the battle right now. You can investigate the atmospheric composition of your heart with 10
Yes, I'm sorry. But I've got the combination With Earth's fate hanging in the balance, the enemy destruction rate is dangerously low. Please browse self-protection.
Are they in?
Affirmative. Radic has reached the gate.
Glad this is. Remember, folks, we're here to fight, not to get ourselves killed.
Well, it's one thing when civilization is progressive. But all these machines are very simple. Personally, I need a view of the ocean.
Remember now, Captain. CO2 at 0.13%. It's Mars! This atmospheric composition is exactly the same as Mars!
Same as Mars. Is that so? Although I don't see exactly how it's performed.
There is water on Earth, and none on Mars. That is said to be the reason why there is only life on Earth. But apparently there was water on Mars' surface. Why then is there no life?
Who knows? I'm not a scientist, so I have no
If there was first water, and then
If for some reason life disappeared, water disappeared and the oxygen disappeared from the atmosphere, are you saying that was caused by the crystal?
I thought it was hot when the crystal disappeared. Regardless of the contamination caused by the crystals, in order to destroy all life forms on the planet would touch the moons.
I see. So what you're suggesting is that the crystals buried on Earth were not meant to contaminate the planets, but were buried to change the atmosphere itself. So you mean they change the planet itself?
Well, that would be the crystal's motive for doing it. You mean to say they weren't trying to do it?
What an impressive response for the first time battle in atmosphere. This is a battle worthy of a victory. understand your nerves, but your response speed is lagging behind. Try a little harder.
Assyria, can you analyze the ingredients of the crystals around Ride?
I'll try. The crystals here are made mostly out of hydrogen and oxygen. In other words, they're close to that water.
So what's being made here is different from the contaminated crystals after all.
If water is present, then more than half the CO2 in the atmosphere will dissolve into water. There is a chance that the same thing that happened in the early stages of Earth create the ocean.
So, after turning the entire planet into an uninhabitable planet like Mars, we transform it back into a planet where life can live.
Seriously? So the crystals are trying to reset the planet?
Looks like this is more than a simple matter of a space invasion by an extraterrestrial life.
Can we bring to beings who act on a scale like this? These are beings who control planets. But I think we could just give up. Besides, I've already planned my schedule for my vacation.
You're right. It's not good to analyze things more than is necessary. We're military. All we're required to do is do our best to punish it.
Well, that's a whole other direction to take things. A far outcry from our scientific position.
Are they the same civilization or a different civilization? I'm not sure they even have a concept of civilization.
Captain, the magnetic field surrounding Raiden is turning into something like a string. This radar communication will be severed.
Hi, hear us? Respond. What's going on?
We've lost communication. However, vitals still remain, so it is likely that it's still... What exactly happened?
Machine monsters, like them being a wake-up call. Revenge upon mankind.
Not exactly ready to see Mary anytime soon. There's no way I'm not going to
Incoming energy signals have all stopped. All enemies who had been engaged with Raiden fibers have stopped moving.
Could it be that they've really managed to succeed? Breathtaking.
Incoming transmission from Raiden. Mission complete. Returning to base.
All I can say is, well done. They really pulled it off. Let's...
I see. Yeah.
And then...
We are grateful.